Welcome back to 13 News at 4. President Biden going to be heading to Baltimore later this week on Friday. Following the Francis Scott Key Bridge disaster, he's going to be meeting with local officials to visit that collapsed structure.
Yeah, meanwhile, crews in Baltimore are now working to open a temporary channel around the wreckage of the Key Bridge. As Cole Higgins reports, this is really an essential step to get the Port of Baltimore running again and get the economy back on track.
Demolition crews back at the site of the collapsed Francis Scott Key Bridge Monday, removing debris as part of the complicated and extensive cleanup process that could help open up a temporary channel.
This will be for vessels that don't draw as much water, so about 11 feet, as work goes on at the same time to clear the main channel. That's 50 feet, and that's the channel we have to clear to get more container ships back into the port of Baltimore.
The Port of Baltimore, one of the busiest in the U.S., opening an alternate channel that will allow commercially essential vessels to reach the port, a major step forward in recovery for the community.
It is a critical economic hub. We've got to get this up and running.
Larry DeSantis believes he was one of the last people to drive over the bridge before a massive container ship ran into it. Heading to work that morning, crossing the bridge likely just seconds before it came down.
It took a while for it to really sink in, because the initial shock of it, but then more and more people are calling me to see if I'm alive, because they knew I traveled that time in the morning over the bridge.
DeSantis emotional when thinking of the 6 construction workers killed in the incident.
I feel sorry for those workers, I really do. I mean, they're doing their job, but, they lost their lives. So it's hard to, I rode right by them. I saw all of them. Just a minute before they probably died.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.